Hey guys, it's Drek, and I have to start this video off with an apology. So I have to apologize to Nerfomania because I let one of his masterwork creations out of my sight, and then the rest of the video will explain why I did this. So this parcel should be, hopefully, the return of Drusilla to me, complete in its super fancy box. So we're going to check that first, and it looks like Drew is intact with all accompanying necessities, and that is excellent. So now we can talk about why Drusilla was in a box and mailed away to California in the first place. So I had the opportunity to work with the fantastic Lauren of Merchant Green Leather over in California land, and she has just begun her foray into NIC Nerf bespoke leather work as opposed to stock class. Now she's made a variety of holsters for stock class Nerf, and this is a specifically rainbow pistol styled leather. So this is a pouch for a speed loader and a blaster holster. So this is an all-in-one designed holster for Drusilla in and of itself. So she said that bespoke work like this, which was fitted custom to this blaster, would run about $90, somewhere between $80 and $100 or so, with a turnaround time of about 2 weeks. And I think that this changes the game, actually. I can now carry Drusilla with me everywhere I go in my NIC wars instead of only using her for pistol rounds. So that is excellent. The rivets are recessed into the leather is nice and thick, the tooling is excellent, and I really like the color. I know that there was a point where she was going for her charcoal black finish, but now it has a really nice kind of somewhere between brown, reddish, burgundy, and black, and just looks absolutely fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and slide Drew home. And then there's a pouch for the speed load. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. So Nerfomania, hopefully you'll forgive me, buddy, because I'm just going to be wrecking it now with this setup. The combination of the hardwood on the leather is just incredible, and the bespoke work here speaks for itself. How do you beat this? This is just awesome. Draws comfortably. There was a little bit of a hookup on one of these recessed rivets, but I'm sure that as I break the leather in, it will be no issue at all. It's so Wild West. Like, I love it. It's just like a cowboy holster with... The speed loader is an interesting solution, and I want to applaud Lauren real quick for her innovation here. I thought that it would be very difficult to create a holster for this because in my mind, the speed loader is always attached to Drew. So turning this into a combination of pouch with blaster makes this an efficient solution where you just draw both and assemble as you would in a pistol round. Any scenario, most scenarios I should say, where I would be drawing Drusilla in a primaries round, I think that this is a pragmatic solution, and I really like that they're both fitted to one another. It's just so cool and so very custom. I wish you guys could see the smile. I guess I'll have gone public by the time this video goes live, so we can go ahead and turn that around, because I cannot stop grinning. This is just awesome. Like, how... Oh, I've got to put it on. It's going to be incredible. So that's the holster itself. I think that it's a fantastic piece of leather work. Like I said, the price point should be somewhere floating just under $100 or a little bit over if you want some intricate detailing. Mine, she said, would have stayed under that $100 mark, and it's phenomenal. I can't wait to take it to a war and use it for what it was designed to do, which is wreck other people during pistol rounds and primary rounds alike. But I have always said that I think that Nerfomania made the finest pistol in the NIC, and I think that that rings true, and now I have a wonderful holster so I never have to leave it at my station at wars, and that's just really cool. The silver accents well with the natural wood and leather, but I like it a lot. Let's get a few shots with me wearing it and see kind of how it handles in that fashion. Alright, so this is what the holster looks like when it's situated on me. I want to point out that the thigh strap is an excellent addition. It really keeps it secure no matter how I'm moving or coming down or coming up. I like that a lot. It's very secure for a leather holster as opposed to a tactical holster with a much thicker strap. So I think that that's really sweet. I also like that it sits on the side. It does not add much to your shootable target profile. It's about what like a dart pouch would do, and I like that a lot, especially since it's lower on your thigh as opposed to on your hip where a dart pouch would be. I think that that's pretty sweet. It doesn't impact my usual kind of momentum or movements with a primary, and I think that that's great. Normally when I'm shooting, I shoot at an angle like this, tucked in, and I think that this is completely out of the way when I'm moving about and changing hands and whatnot. Now, what really is neat about it is that if I set down my primary and draw it, it's very quick and clean to get this completely set up and ready to fire. And I mean, it's hard to beat that. Like having an NIC grade primary on your hip in a very comfortable fashion that also, and I'm not going to beat around the bush, that also just happens to look incredible is really, really cool. I like that the neutral leather tones, the very earthy tones will go with almost anything. It'll go with tactical equipment and pants, as well as like regular clothes like this. Sometimes I nerf like this when it's cold outside. I'll wear like a jacket and jeans. And so I think that this is an excellent complement to any NIC loadout. If you're already using a rainbow pistol, it's great. If you're using a couplered fire strike or Night Finder, which is the big popular one, she can do those as well. So a huge thumbs up for Merchant Green Leatherworks on Etsy. I will put a link to that in the description box below where you can check out the holsters that she makes. And again, she makes them for virtually all in-strike style pistols, but the complement and the addition of this to her toolbox of making custom fitted to your exact pistol specifications is tough to beat. It's hard to beat that level of custom and that level of customer service. So especially at this price point, I think that it's an excellent product. I highly recommend checking her out. And as always, thank you for watching.